Hey everybody, I'm teaching lessons at a homeschool tutorial group today, and I had a lesson out sick, so I had a few minutes, and I was sitting thinking and writing down just random ideas, various lessons I've learned playing music, lessons I've learned from other teachers and other musicians, and kind of came to one that means a lot to me, and I just thought I would post a quick video and share it. Several years ago, I was out on the road with a bluegrass band, and my friend Dan Kelly, a friend and mentor, Dan's passed on now, but was just an amazing musician, a great fella, and I learned a lot from him. But he went out to this gig with us. We were out of state. I can't remember where we were at. But we get there, and the setup isn't quite what it was supposed to be. In fact, I don't guess they were planning on Dan even being there, so we didn't even have a mic stand for him to play fiddle into. They duct taped a piece we were playing under a gazebo type area, and they duct taped the top half of a mic stand over and then put a mic on it, and he had to lean in like facing away from the band to take his solo breaks. And Dan took it all in stride and smiled about it. But the lesson I learned that day was when we were doing sound check. We have monitors that face us, and that's how we hear the other people in the band. It can be loud and things like that. And the sound was just not right. Nothing about it was working. We couldn't get the volumes. The sound guy was struggling with it. And we were all trying, like talking to him and saying, hey, can we get more of the banjo in here? Hey, I can't hear the vocals. Hey. And the fella was trying, and it was not good. So it comes time for Dan to check his speakers. We all play a little bit, and he goes, that's great, thank you. And I looked over at Dan, and then he reached down and he unplugged the speaker. And I had to stop and ask him, like, Dan, what are you doing? And he said, Nick, it's not going to be right. It's not right. It won't be right. The sooner we accept that and go ahead and move on, we can start doing other things. We can make other actions to do what we need to do. But right now we're wasting time fighting this. You just need to accept it and move on. And I don't think he meant that to be a life lesson, right? That was just, this isn't working, let's unplug it and keep going. And I can't tell you how many times in my life now I get in a situation where things aren't going right, things are getting out, and I realize that the thing I need to do most is unplug, step back and accept that it is not going to meet the ideals that I had. And the sooner I quit fighting to make something happen that is not going to happen, and I accept it and I figure out what I can do now in response to it, the better things are going to be. So whether it's music, whether it's working on a car, I don't know, there's 100 different ways that you could apply this to life. But it was something that as I was kind of jotting these things down, it's just one that's really special to me. It's a great lesson that I learned from a departed friend. So I wanted to take a second and just share it. Maybe it'll mean something to somebody out there that sees it. So y'all have a great day. God bless, and stay caffeinated.